Hello students, hope all of you are fine. In last class, we have discussed electric current, the mechanism of flow of electric current through a conductor and drift velocity. Today, we will derive the relation between electric current and drift velocity. So let we consider a conductor. Let this conductor be metallic, and we know that metals have large number of electrons. Let A be the area of cross section, L be the length of the conductor. This conductor, since it is of metal, so it has large number of electrons, and we have studied that although these electrons they are not at rest, but still in the absence of electric field the current flowing through the conductor is zero, because their motion is random. They are in motion due to temperature, but their motion don't have any fixed direction. That's why the net velocity is zero, means there is no any flow of charge through certain fixed cross section. The number of charge carriers which move from this side, they balance the number of electrons which move from this side. So the net electric current in the conductor in the absence of electric field is zero. Now what happens when we apply potential difference? Let me apply potential difference across its ends. Due to this potential difference, electric field is set up across the conductor. In this case, the direction of electric field will be from left to right. This end is at higher potential and this is at lower potential. So this is the direction of electric field. Now due to this electric field, the random motion of the electrons, it get modified and they attain small drift velocity, due to which there is flow of current through the conductor. So these electrons they start moving toward this side. Although the magnitude of drift velocity is very small, actually in the presence of electric field, electrons experience force, means they should be accelerated, but when electron move from one to other lattice site, when it strike with lattice site, it again loses its energy and start with fresh velocity. So there is no large acceleration of the electrons. That's why they attain very small velocities, which are known as average of those velocities, which is a constant velocity and is known as drift velocity or drift speed. Now in order to find the magnitude of current flowing through the conductor, we will calculate the charge which flows through certain fixed cross section in certain fixed time. In this case, we will calculate the number of charge carriers which move from this end and leaves from this end. So let small n be the number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor. A, capital A is the area of cross section. L is the length. Now we assume that Vd be the drift velocity. Then we can calculate the time taken by the current carriers in moving from this end to this end. If T be the time taken by the current carriers in moving from this end to this end, then we can write T is equal to L over Vd. Now we will see the amount of charge which enters this end and leaves from this cross section. So first we calculate the total number of electrons in this volume. If capital N is the total number of electrons in this volume of the conductor, then we can write number of electrons per unit volume into volume of the conductor. In this case, the volume of conductor will be A into L. So this is the total number of electrons in this cross section of the conductor. So we can say that total charge which passes this cross section will be equal to N A L into charge on one electron, that is minus E. So we can write minus N A L E. Now current will be, let it be 1. Current will be, that is number 2. So current is equal to charge flown over time taken, that is equal to minus NaLe over L over Vd. Now L and L they get cancelled, so we get minus NaE Vd. Or we can write the relation between drift velocity and current is, so this is the relation between drift velocity and electric current. Here this, you can remember this relation with name Vina. Now you can ask of this negative sign. The significance of this negative sign is the direction of flow of current is opposite to the direction of drift velocity. By convention, we know that the direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons, and this is the direction of drift velocity, means drift velocity is in opposite direction to the direction of electric current. Now we can write this relation in terms of electric field also. If we write the expression for Vd, we know that Vd is equal to minus E tau over 2m. This tau is average relaxation time. Then this I will be equal to minus E tau over 2m into minus ENA. Or that will be equal to E square NA capital E tau over 2m. So this is formula for current in terms of electric field. Here this sign is positive. This positive sign signifies that the direction of current is same as that of the direction of electric field. You can also write this in terms of potential difference. We know that the relation between electric field and potential difference is this, means if dV be the potential difference between 2 points separated by small distance dr, then this is the electric field E. In this case, separation between 2 points is L, V is the potential difference between these 2 points or these 2 ends, so we can write E is equal to V over L. So this will be equal to E square NA V over L tau over 2m, or we can write it as I is equal to E square NA tau over 2ml into V. Now, if we take example of any conductor having length L, area of cross section A, and this N is the number of electrons per unit volume, then this factor will be constant at constant temperature, because this tau is average relaxation time and it is a function of temperature. So for given conductor at constant temperature, this whole factor will be constant, means at constant temperature the current flowing through a conductor will be proportional to potential difference applied. This you have studied in class 10th in case of Ohm's law. So the current is proportional to potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor, but that is under certain fixed conditions of temperature. We can now, there are some other questions which are asked in exam on the basis of this equation. There is one question, why the speed of electric current is large although the value of this Vd at small e is very small. You know that charge on electron is very small, it is of the order of 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This Vd is also very small, it is of the order of Vd is equal to 10 power minus 4 meter per second. So why the speed of current is large? You might have experienced when we switch on electric bulb or tube light, the bulb or tube light, they glow immediately, means the speed of electric current is very large, it is of the order of speed of light. So large speed of current is due to the large speed of electric field. When potential difference is applied across the ends of the conductor and circuit is closed, this electric field is set up across the conductor simultaneously at all points, and it is set up with the speed of light. That's why all the electrons they get drifted simultaneously, and that results in large speed of current. One question can also be asked that if these factors are small, E and Vd, then why the current is large? Current can be large, it can have values of the order of few amperes, 2 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere. So large value of current is due to this factor N. This is the number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor, and this factor is very large in case of conductors. That's why the magnitude of current flowing through the conductors can be large. This value of N, it is of the order of 10 power 25 to 10 power 30. Equivalent to, we can write 10 raised power 28 per cubic meter. So due to this large value of N, the magnitude of current in conductors that can be large. So this is all about relation between electric current and drift velocity. Now there is one more physical quantity, electric mobility. So let us discuss electric mobility. Electric mobility. It is denoted by symbol mu. This electric mobility is the measure of ability of the charges or ability of the current carriers to move in certain medium in the presence of electric field, or we can say that it is the measure of speed with which electrons can move in a conductor under the effect of electric field. So mathematically this drift velocity is equal to drift velocity per unit electric field. Means electric mobility is equivalent to drift velocity per unit electric field. And we have studied the general formula for this VD is for any charge is QE tau over 2m. So we can write, if this is number 1, number 2, then 1 and 2 implies mobility is equal to Q tau over 2m. This is expression for electric mobility for any charge Q of mass m. This tau, as I said, it is average relaxation time, which is a function of temperature, means this electric mobility is also a function of temperature, and it also depends upon the magnitude of charge as well as mass of the current carrier. So for electrons we can write, for electrons we can write mu E is equal to E tau E over twice of m. And electrons, these are the current carriers in case of metallic conductors, but if we talk about semiconductors, then there are electrons as well as holes as current carriers. So for holes we can write mu H is equal to over twice of, actually hole is a vacancy created in valence band when electrons move from valence band to the conduction band in case of semiconductors. Means holes have same magnitude of charge as that of electron with opposite sign. Holes have positive charge. This is the relaxation time. Now if we talk of their mobility, the mobility of electrons is greater than mobility of holes. Now why the mobility of electrons is greater than mobility of holes? This is due to this factor, mass of the holes. Actually the effective mass of holes is greater than the mass of electron. This effective mass is concept of quantum physics. I just want to say is the effective mass of holes is greater than mass of electron, so mobility of electron is greater than mobility of holes. We have not written the SI unit of this mobility, so if you want to write the SI unit, you can write the SI unit of this mobility. Unit of velocity is meter per second, and unit of electric field is Newton per coulomb or volt per meter. So this will be equal to meter square per volt per second. So this is the SI unit of electric mobility. So today we discussed the relation between electric current and drift velocity, and I explained why the speed of electric current is large, although the value of drift velocity charge on electron is very small. So the large speed of electric current is due to large speed of electric field, and the large current in a conductor is due to the factor small n, which is the number of electrons per unit volume. The number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor is large. That's why the current in a conductor can be large. In case of mobility, I said the mobility of electrons is greater than mobility of holes due to greater effective mass of holes as compared to that of electrons. So with this, I stop for today. I wish you stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.